Hey guys, it's Carl Brown here, and in this student spotlight lesson, I'm going to help Elad try to get sort of a Marty Friedman style vibrato technique, which is, quite challenging and stuff. Before I do though, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and ring that notification bell so you'll know when I release a new video. And please submit your own student spotlight video. You'll see the link below. It's completely free, and you can submit your own questions to me that I can answer here on this YouTube channel. All right, so now let's take a look at Elad's video real quick.
Hey Carl, I'm having some trouble with the Marty Friedman technique, especially the vibrato one. I'm trying to learn the Tornado of Souls solo, and I'm struggling really with these kind of parts. So from the beginning, that one and this one. If you can help, that would be very much appreciated, and thank you for all your lessons.
All right, so what I see there is I see somebody that's your technique itself is fine. I don't, there's a lot of different ways that we can do vibrato on the guitar. But the one thing that kind of encompasses all of them is the timing, the rhythm of the vibrato. And it's the one thing that people usually neglect. So a lot of times when people think of a vibrato technique, they think of the actual technique of stretching the strings, but they never think about the timing of how they're doing it and the rhythm that they're doing it in. And that's what makes a good vibrato, no matter how you perform the vibrato itself. Now, Marty's got some interesting vibrato kind of a style, just how he phrases notes and creates these melodic ideas on the guitar. But what he also has is a very, very good rhythm with his vibrato. So that's what I want to focus on here, because that was really the only issue that I could see, for the most part, with your vibrato. And if you clean that up, it's going to make the technique feel more solid. So it'll make you feel like that you can do it more reliably, but it's also going to make it sound a lot better too. So let's talk about that first. First, you're going to need a metronome. I'm using the Justin Guitar Time Trainer, my buddy Justin. If you don't know how this app is really good. It's my favorite kind of metronome app. It does a lot of things. But I'm just going to do a straight beat here at 100 beats now per minute. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you kind of what goes wrong with vibrato and then how you can make it sound a lot better, a lot more musical. So let me start up this. Hopefully you can hear this. You probably can hear it really loud, and I don't even know. So anyway, so it kind of sounds, when you're doing your vibrato, it kind of sounds like this. Say this was the pulse of the music, right? And it sounds like you're kind of just, when you get to do the notes, you just shake it randomly, kind of like that kind of thing. I'm exaggerating, of course, but you want to time this with the actual rhythm of the music. Something like this. So what I'm doing there a lot is, and it's probably one of the most common, I find when I really kind of dissect most people's vibrato, a lot of times they're doing 3 vibratos per beat when they're doing kind of a standard vibrato. So what that basically means is that for every click, you're going to hear 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Instead of an erratic kind of like that, we have with the rhythm, you can play the note first. So a lot of times, to make a vibrato sound good and not overdone, is you emulate, what's the word emulating anyway, is the human voice. So you don't hear a lot of singers sing vibrato from the very beginning when they first hit the note. And Marty Friedman is the same way here. For most of the time, when he's playing these melodic ideas, he's not hitting the note and you hear the vibrato immediately. He hits it, and then he'll gradually bring in the vibrato. Now he does some other different techniques as well too. So for instance, here's a basic version of it. So if we have this, you hear the vibrato, the note first. And then Marty Friedman, he do kind of a quick little bend and release. He loves doing that kind of stuff like this. So you can see what I did there. Just kind of, I didn't worry about vibrato first. He liked to kind of start with this little phrase. And then he'll kind of bend and release and back down, especially in that Tornado of Soul solo. He'll do that kind of. He'll bend and release really quick, and then he'll slowly bend it up. And as he's bending up, he'll add some vibrato there. Now that's a difficult just technically to do, especially when you're bending up and adding vibrato as you go. But when you focus on concentrating on making that vibrato rhythmically precise, it's going to make it sound, a lot better, like a pro would. So that's how you can really tell the difference between somebody who's paid a lot of attention to this stuff and somebody who's just. I mean, you can see guys who can play like shred just really good stuff, and when then they go to vibrato, it's just like it just makes no sense. It doesn't work with the rhythm or the pulse of the music underneath it. So you really want to. So simply do with the metronome, it's fine. So you can see that a lot of the times you're hearing the note and then I slowly start adding the vibrato. So. And kind of the Marty Friedman stuff to kind of. So that's what I want you to focus on, is the rhythm of the vibrato. You can practice rhythm as simply as taking a, if I did this again, and just go through a simple, any scale form just could be the A minor pentatonic. Or kind of the gradual vibrato. All right, so that's what you want to focus on the most. Besides actually getting, if you're doing a bend, if you're doing the vibrato, where you're doing the bends with, and having to get the bend in tune and do vibrato with it, that's obviously a technical issue that's not easy to do. But the number one issue I see with vibrato is that it is erratic. And if you keep it the same, it doesn't always have to be triplets. It could be eighth notes if it's a faster rhythm, or it could be even 16th notes that you're doing a vibrato rhythm with, especially when it's really slow tempos. That's what you want to work on, and then your overall vibrato technique will just get a lot more stable, and it's going to sound a lot better to you as well. All right, so I hope this helps out your technique. It's a big thing to focus on that most people ignore, but other than that, I think you're going to get there pretty quick. All right, see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.